code scan. See what's going on with the codes. Let's see, misfire. Surprising. How's it going, guys? We are, well, no one's on yet, so I don't know if it's worth talking about, but we're going to be fixing the dart today. There's a problem with it right now where it's misfiring. It's going. So I have a 100-mile drive tomorrow, and I don't have the proper parts to fix it yet. So I'm going to try to Redneck fix it with some hopes and dreams, basically. If I can find the tools I need. This is what I need. Yeah, this will work. All right, so I flip this thing. Basically, what we're doing is pretty straightforward. Well, in theory, it's straightforward. The car is misfiring, so we're taking. That's way too small. What in the world? Go grab a different head real quick. So basically what we're doing is a lot of our issue is coming from the spark, it seems. So I'm going to remove the spark plugs, see if there's any fluid in there that needs to drain out, and see how far we get with actually fixing it. I need a 10 millimeter though. Trunk's a mess right now, but because I'm just kind of going from project to project. That's a 16. Oh, the elusive 10. That's our spark plug tool. We'll need that. But it looks like I do not have a 10 here. Huh. Okay, time to grab a 10. Time to grab a 10. So yeah, for those of you just tuning in, the situation right now is I have a 100-mile drive tomorrow with the dart for work because it's going to be pouring snow. And I can't take that car because it's got track tires on it. And there will be zero traction with those. I don't really want to take the Integra because it hasn't seen winter. What's up, Christian? And that also has track tires. Well, this car has all seasons. Plus, where I was off-roading it and got a big hole in it, I now care a lot less about this car and like it actually staying healthy and happy. So, we got a misfire. And I believe it's spark related because when I replaced the spark plugs about a week or a month back, the spark or misfire stopped. So my guess is if we drain the spark plugs or allow any oil that's settled in the bottom of them to drain out, we'll stop misfiring. Your car is horrible. Yeah, this thing's cooked. But I'm trying to do what I can with it to get it working right. Doing what I can with what I got, man. All right, got 10 millimeter now. Never have enough of them. These are coil packs I'm removing right now. These are responsible for sending basically the spark to the spark plug. Some cars have distributor caps. A lot of modern cars use coil packs now, so that's what this is. I actually was able to get off work early today to come home and try to fix this thing. So let's see. Got a little bit of oil on them, which is not normal. I'm not even going to bother undoing those. Let's get this piece of plastic out of here. All right, so we got oil in spark 4. We got oil in spark 3. Not good. Got oil, lots of oil, and spark 2 or coil 2. Go ahead and move this. Let's see what we got for coil 1. I actually need to remove this one. The plastic thing broke. Tons of oil in number 1. Not good. Not good. So that might be part of our issue. Zealous, if that's your name, Zelest. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. What's your question? I'll see if I can help. Let's set it up like this. So I was driving the Integra today and it started to snow a little bit. Got me real worried about possibly sliding off the road. Oh, not quite good. There's spark plug 1, or spark plug number 4. This is a Dodge Dart. It's a 2013 Dodge Dart Rally Edition. It's a crazy colored citrus peel. Gotta grab some towels real quick. I work on cars as a hobby. I absolutely love them. I've been flipping them recently. Got a couple YouTube videos that I haven't gotten around to editing for them yet. But this is the project Integra I've been building. That's the Lexus I bought, which is having, it wasn't having any issues, but its battery's dead. Yes, sir. All right, you have an Audi A4 and the ABS and parking brake light came on. No one can tell me what it is. I took it to several shops. So I used to have an old Xterra. Keep in mind, I'm talking about a Nissan, not an Audi here. I had a Nissan Xterra that had an ABS light on. It was an ABS sensor code is what it was throwing. Normally a shop will hook you up to a like a computer scanner tool, and it won't show a code on the reader or anything remotely close about what could cause it. Huh. That's not normal. By the way, guys, look. That spark plug is burnt on the tip. It's got some oil buildup. See if I can scratch it off. It's not good. For me, the issue with my Xterra, Zealous, was it wasn't the actual ABS sensors on the wheel. I actually replaced all of those. It ended up being the ABS unit inside the engine bay, which is just a little box that normally says ABS on it. I'm not sure about the Audi A4, but it could be that. I know that's been a common issue. A brake sensor light, I'm not sure how it is for Audis, but I had a BMW Z4 that threw a brake sensor light. It was a yellow colored light, and it threw that because it was a brake wear sensor. It can also be caused by a speed sensor. So it could be a speed sensor, a brake wear sensor, or your actual ABS box. Yeah, it's an ABS module in the motor. Let's see. Is there a dream car I want? Yeah, there is. I'd love to get an LC 500. It's a Lexus car. I've been flipping cars and working my way up to that. Right now I have a 2003 BMW Z4 I'm flipping. I'm going to try to move up from a Z4 into Corvettes. Always wanted a Corvette. Once I flip a couple Corvettes, I'll move into the Lexus nice ones. You have a bike, it starts up, it will turn right off. Do you know what it could be? I am not as familiar with bikes. Unicorn Dragon. I'm not as familiar with bikes. I had that happen in the car that's in the garage right now. It's a Honda Accord. It's the actual starting cylinder for the key that's causing mine to turn off. I'm not sure what it would be for yours. What's up, Carson? I've never heard of any ABS being related to wires under a seat. And I have not seen Indian cars. So yeah, I'm not sure what it could be for your ABS. Most of the time when I have a problem that I can't figure out, I just go straight to YouTube, or I type in exactly what's happening. So, you know, Audi A4, put in your year and model, ABS sensor light on, and there's normally forums for like every make of car. So that's where I go a lot of the time. Let's see. There's someone having something about a blue car. There is a car, you can Google it, named Thar. Thar? Sounds like a meme, man. Check out my Thar. I'll check it out. It's a Indian car. I've never. I know of Indian motorcycles. They're motorcycle called the Indian, but I've never heard of a car called the Thar. That sounds like a joke. What's it? What's it about? An off-roader Jeep. Huh. How expensive is it? Because I love to build an off-road car, man, but I don't have that type of money right now. Real quick, with fixing this Dart, we've removed the spark plugs, removed the coil packs, engine covers off. I don't know how well you'll see it. Let's see if I have a light. Do I have a light in my? I don't have a light in my pocket. I have one of my keys. Turn this on. Down in this chamber, you see that oil? There should never be oil in your spark plug tubes. It's normally a spark plug tube seal that's gone bad, and I believe that's what's wrong with this car. I don't have time to replace those right now, so I'm kind of out of luck. Below, so you can actually see the piston down in there. See that white thing at the bottom? Let's keep this straight up. That one looks okay. That has oil on it. That has oil on it. This is the only one that's actually clean. So we are leaking oil into our combustion chamber through the spark plug seals, which makes sense. I mean, look how nasty those seals are. They look kind of gross. So I'm gonna try to clean this up best I can real quick with just a rag. I don't know how hot this is gonna be either. See if I can like thread this down in here. For my hand of Thar. Yeah, I'll check it out. If it's not too expensive, I'd look into picking up one to do a little series on. Be a lot of fun. All right. See if we can get this cleaned up. This is not really the proper way to do this, but again, we're redneck fixing the car just so I can drive it to work tomorrow. Let's see if I can stuff this all the way down the spark plug hole to soak up all the oil at the bottom. And dry this out a little bit. Sounds like I just poked through. If you played Need for Speed Most Wanted, a Dodge Viper. Is that your dream car? Dodge Viper? These things are sick. My old boss had a Dodge Viper. Freaking love that car. Unfortunately, though, they're like $40,000 or $50,000 used. So they're obtainable, but I mean, you got to work quite a bit to get to that point. Let's see. I can't get down there with a rag, so I'm actually gonna pump up an air compressor and blow compressed air down into the spark plug tube shaft and see if I can blow all of the oil into the combustion chamber. So when we start the car, the sparks will go up. There will be a ton of smoke that blows out the back of the car, which isn't great, but it'll just burn the oil up in the combustion chamber and we should be in business. So. Sorry, I should have given you all a heads up. Let me get this set up. This is just a air compressor here. I don't want it to leak out. Ears, heads up. Alright, that's pumping up. I fix cars for fun. I actually do sales as a full-time job for a building automation system company. Hence the fact I'm still in my shoes and my dress shirt from earlier today. I just threw on my jacket to work on cars. Porsche Carrera GT. Dude, those are beautiful cars. That would be a dream car too. But yeah, man, I just fix cars for fun. When I was younger, I didn't have enough money to actually like afford to pay a mechanic, so I just would watch YouTube videos or work on cars with my dad, and figured out, hey, you know, I can save a lot of money working on cars myself. And it got to a point where I ended up rebuilding a whole motor for my Xterra, and from there, I just little bit by little bit. Then I purchased that thing for $2,800, and it had so many problems. Like literally everything was wrong with it. And I ended up, you know, redoing the whole suspension, all the steering, new rims, tires, brakes, rotors, calipers, did some motor work, like absolutely everything. And from this car, learned how to do most of the stuff on cars. So I bought that one, it had a broken transmission. I fixed it for $1. One sec. All right, I think we have enough compressed air to load up. So yeah, I fixed that car for $1. I bought it for $2,500, this Dodge Dart. It had a transmission issue where it wouldn't shift into first, or second, or third, or fourth. It was stuck in first. And I'll show you. So $2,500, drove there. It ended up being a transmission shift linkage, which you can kind of see in there. See if I can show y'all. See right there, right above my flashlight, there's that weird bushing looking thing right there. I made that with electrical tape and wire and fixed the shifter bushing. So now the car shifts fine. It's kind of a jerry-rig fix, but I'm not trying to sell this. I'm just trying to drive it. Sarvesh, what do you do for work? Revving a Dodge. It's like a sound from a... Yeah, once I get this fixed, I'm going to absolutely hoon the tar out of it and see if we can send it from 0 to 60, 60 to 100, whatever we got to do to just abuse test this thing. I got to find a compressed air sprayer now. Here we are. We're going to blow out the spark plugs. Again, for anybody just joining, we were trying to fix my Dodge Dart to take a 100-mile drive tomorrow through a snowstorm, because I don't want to take this because it's bad tires for snow, and we're having major misfiring issues. So I think it's related to the spark, because all the spark plugs are burned on the tip. We got oil, and you can scrape off the soot, and unfortunately that's getting down into the pistons. So we'll see if this will fix our misfire. You're a student for now, building your own garage. So I actually live at home. It's my dad's truck. I'm 22. Raptors are freaking sweet. But building your garage, dude, that's expensive. College is also expensive, and college debt sucks. So it's going to be loud. I don't know if there's anything I can do to make it quiet on stream, so just bear with me, guys. You got headphones on, turn me down for a sec. That worked like a charm. Okay, so just a student. I didn't finish college. I did 2 years and stopped because of debt. So make sure if you do want to open your own garage, man, try to avoid debt if you can. I don't know, what do you drive right now? 22, just yeah, exactly, man. Just nerding about machines. This stuff is fun. I just blew out the coils or the plugs, so now they're clean. So I'm gonna put the plugs back in and hope and pray that it stops misfiring so bad. And if it does, then we'll be chilling. But 22. So I got 2 questions for you then. What are you going to college for? And then what do you drive? All my mechanic experience has been just from working on my own cars to try to save money. I did 2 years of college for a business management degree, and then went into sales because I like people and I like selling stuff. And I do this on the side part-time to make some extra money. I'm trying to move out right now. I live in New Hampshire, and the housing market up here is screwed. For me to buy a house, I need about 400. It's about 400 grand. So my base income needs to be into the 6 figures, and that's kind of hard to do at 22 years old. Don't have your own car. When you start to earn, you'll gift your first car to dad. Are you saying that you're going to give your first car to your dad, or are you saying that you're going to buy him a car once you make it? What's going on, everybody? Looks like it's just you and me, Sarvesh. See here. All right, looks like there's a little bit of air left in cylinder 1. Let's fix that. Or oil left. Yeah, we're good now. Don't have any own cars. Okay, so just to update what's going on, we have removed all the spark plugs, cleared out the tubes, gotten rid of all the oil, and now we're putting the spark plugs back in. Cleaned them off, dried them off. There's a little bit of oil on them. So we're going to see if putting these back in will fix the misfiring issue. We're about 5 minutes away from actually turning on the car to seeing if this fixed it. Right now I'm just hand tightening all the plugs in before I torque them down because I don't want to strip them. We're almost there. Again, this is a Redneck fix. This actually isn't really fixing anything. If this doesn't fix it, I have another set of coils, these things, that I replaced that I thought were bad. Hey, on Valentine's Day, I'm taking out my girlfriend. We're not there yet. If you don't got a date, you should go on campus and ask someone to be your Valentine. That couldn't hurt. All right. You don't want to put these too tight. This torque wrench actually or impact has a really good stop where it doesn't over tighten them. So I'm just getting them snug. All right. Whoops. Spark plugs are in. Now we are putting our coil packs back in. I'm going to wipe the oil off of them. For anyone who's never worked on a car before, if you want to do your own spark plugs and coil packs or distributor is a bit trickier because you have to mess with the timing. But if you have a modern car, to replace spark plugs and coil packs, it's stupid easy. You take the engine cover off, you remove your coil packs, which is normally 1 bolt. They just kind of sit in there just like that. See, that's the coil pack in. Just push right down and then screw bolts them in. Take the old stuff out, put the new stuff in, and you're done. It's easy. You can save hundreds of dollars doing this yourself. This is coil pack 1. You just have to have a little bit of confidence to take your car apart. Some basic tools. The ones I'm using are from Harbor Freight. They were cheap. The impact gun is kind of cheating, but I work on cars a little bit more than if you're just trying to do a one-off job, that kind of sits on there. It's supposed to go over the spark plug. All right, let's put coil number 3 in. That seated real good. Coil number 4. Oh wait, I mixed them up. This is coil number 4. So if you put them back in wrong, you're kind of in trouble. But let's not do that. Number 3, 4. Okay. Coils are in. Time to swap to our 10 millimeter. We're going to bolt this stuff down, and we're going to turn the car on and see if we fixed it with a quick 30-minute Redneck. Okay. This is in. Coil number 4. Here's coil number 3. That's in there. Coil number 2. Oh, I heard my 10 millimeter just fall to the ground. Gonna want to grab that before I lose it. I found it. We found it. Okay. And finally, coil number 1, the most oily one of them all. Liked your vintage Casio. Yeah, I decided to go back to some older style of watches. I don't know why this isn't sealing. Let me check this. And for $20, got this little Casio illuminator. It lights up orange. It's kind of cool. All right, let's. All right, that'll have to do. Uh-oh. Well, that could be a problem, but it will be fine. 1 second. Let me grab my tool. Oh, okay, I thought I had a magnetic grabber. I gotta go grab that. This is like the worst part about working on cars is losing your tool in the car or in the engine bay. It's always the 10 millimeter that falls to the bottom and is never seen again. All right, I am looking for. Oh wait, I might be. I think I'm losing it. I think I have my magnet on the top of my box. I am losing it. I did not. Okay, we're gonna grab a grabber. How's everyone's day going? Mine is going decent because we're making good time on this car. Grabber. Don't take that out of context. There we go. This little tool is so good. It's just got these little teeth. It literally is a grabber. I'll show you once I get back to the car. First car was a 2001 Nissan Xterra. My dad gifted it to me, so I had something to drive. This little tool opens up and grabs whatever you dropped. We dropped our bolt down in here. See how easy that was? Saved me so much time. Let's get back to this coil. It's a 2001 Nissan Xterra. It had a couple problems, but it taught me a lot about cars and how to work on them. I ended up rebuilding the whole front end with him, and then was headed to a date when I was about, 17, and it started misfiring, or started overheating. And, as a 17-year-old, I didn't want to stop and miss the date. So instead of pulling over like a normal person should do when their car starts misfiring, I decided to put it in neutral and rev the crap out of it, thinking, hey, this will fix it. By the way, I got to replace this. This is probably part of my issue why I'm having a misfire. But I revved the crap out of it and actually fixed. Wait a second. Why is that? This is the only one that's facing the other way. I'm sure it's fine. So I started revving the crap out of it, and the temperature actually went down. It turned out to be a thermostat issue. Let's get our turbo line hooked back up for air pressure or air vacuum. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, moment of truth. Is the dart gonna turn on and work and stop misfiring, or are we gonna have some problems? I'm from Florida originally, but I live in New Hampshire now. Make sure. So I'll find my 10mm. Drop down into the abyss of who knows where. It's always the 10mm. You know what? It's not gonna affect us starting up. 1 10mm there. Spark plug went. Yeah, maybe I'll find it when I back up. All right, let's get her started. So, yeah, I'm gonna leave this open. I'm gonna put you guys by the exhaust. It'll be easy to hear if there's a misfire or not. Let's do this. All right, hopefully y'all can hear me better now if you weren't able to hear me. Thanks. Smoke coming out the back. Little to no smoke, which is interesting. Sounds good though. Got some backfire like crazy. Check engine light's still on. You can hear the whole car hesitating. So I have a couple ideas. Let's do a injector test. You can put it in the top of a give me a second, bear with me. Fuel rail here. Make sure these are all put them properly. So our fuel sending there. This one's popped up. Now it's locked in. I mean, theoretically, it should be working. Gonna take it for a test drive. We get a lot more backfire than normal. If the car runs fine and it just makes the pops and bangs, I honestly don't really care. But I have a bad feeling because if you listen, hear those pop, 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 pop. That's a misfire. So it makes me think it might not be fuel and spark, or a spark, it might be fuel. So let's throw into reverse. Best backup camera ever on a car, by the way. Like, look how clear that is and how big that is. Oh man, I can feel right now it's misfiring again. Yeah, it sounded okay, but let's actually see how it does when I give it some big gas. All right, first gear, that's a lot of misfires. Second gear, lots of misfires. Maybe this is probably not a good idea, but just let's put this down. Oh, you guys can't quite see that. Let's try this again. We're gonna send it and just rev it like crazy and see if that somehow will fix our problem, which it's not going to, but it'll be fun. Put you guys up here real quick. Kind of hard to, yeah, whatever, I'm just gonna hold you. Kind of hard to drive a manual one-handed. All right, let's go. Here we go. Bad misfires. And I didn't push it all the way in seconds, so I don't want to let go. Let's try this one more time. The primal instincts of, yeah, also Don't want to make the neighbors too mad. Didn't even notice the car? Wow, must be pretty quiet. All right, first gear. Misfire's bad. Second gear. Still misfiring. Third gear. Check engine light blinking. Yeah, so we got a bigger problem than just the plugs. Bad misfires, man. Okay. All right. Well, that was our redneck fix attempt. Yeah, now you can hear the car not being happy. So let's go on to the second option. It does sound good, but that blinky engine, if your engine light's ever blinking at you like that, that means stop. It means stop whatever you're doing and pull over, because there's a really big, serious problem with your car. All right, I need an OBD tool. It's an onboard diagnostics tool, and I have one. I'm just not sure if it's in this car or the Lexus. So let's check the Lexus first. Oh, I thought it was unlocked. Is it locked? No, it's not locked. The trunk was locked though. Oh no. Well, Lexus is dead. Hence why it's, you know, sometimes cars are pain. All right. That's my engine cover. That's a hammock. Those are other plugs. That's my bag for my OBD tool, but it's not in there. All right, I'm gonna do something. Oh, no, there it is. It was in the car. We're gonna read the codes, see what it says, and then we're gonna see if we can somehow fix this quickly still. So every car has an OBD port. It's typically under the driver's side, left of the steering wheel. That's this little thing right here. An OBD tool plugs into it right there. So we're gonna plug that in. It's gonna power up our tool. We're gonna have to put the car into on, so the ignition on, put it to run, but don't actually start it. So turns it on, run, it's primed, but it's not gonna start. So let's diagnose this and see what we got. For those of you just joining, this is the Dodge Dart. It has a crazy bad misfire, and we're trying to fix it. Let's see. Let's read the codes. Current DTCs. Cylinder 2 misfire. And a cylinder 4. So we have 2 cylinders misfiring. Okay, I have a theory. This is the, yep. 2 cylinders misfiring. I know it's not the coil or the spark plugs, because I just replaced those. Could be the coils. So we're going to swap cylinder 2 and cylinder 4 coils out, and we're going to see if that fixes it. Again, this is a Redneck fix because I replaced the old coils with new ones, and apparently the new ones are not happy. Let's get back in here and see if we can fix this. Yeah, OBD tools are freaking sweet. If you're trying to do mechanic work yourself, they can save you a lot of time. You want to take it to a shop to at least know what's wrong with it, and if you can figure out what's wrong with it, you can normally just look up a YouTube tutorial on how hard it is to fix and fix it yourself. So this is 1, wait, no, that's 3. 2 and 4 were misfiring. So 2 is here, 4 is here. There we go. So I'm going to replace, after I turn the car off, we'll check it out. We're going to replace coils number 4 and coils number 2 with the coils I replaced them with, because not all those coils are bad. And no oil. Good, because we just cleaned that out. That has oil on it again. Looking down in there, yeah, this one's clean, but this one on the far right has oil, so I still have to do 2 plug seals. Here are the old coils. I'm just gonna pick 2 at random and hope that they work, because again, this is kind of a redneck fix. Might not actually fix it, but I'm optimistic. I choose the 2 best looking ones, so just give me 1 second. That's definitely not it. That looks good. And this looks good. Yeah, so we're going to replace them with these 2. All right, let's pop these babies in and try again. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, the cars become second nature the more you do them. You won't have to watch YouTube videos and stuff after a certain point. They'll just kind of click and make sense, you know? So, wait, am I done? Did I just... No. Okay, so these are the 2 we took out. I'm going to put those right here. These are the 2 we put in. Okay, just make sure I'm not going crazy. I'm excited for tonight. My girlfriend's trying to get a new job. She's studying for it, so I'm going to work on some quotes for my job while she studies. It'll be nice to spend some time with her after I get this done. Kind of just winged a presentation today. Again, for those of you just joining, we're trying to fix this car a redneck way. We've already swapped the coils out, so that was super easy. We have a misfire. Take these 2 and put them right here. Let's see if this fixed it. But I do sales for a job, and cars is a hobby. Then you get the special job. Nah. Cut that out. There's no special job. I respect her a lot. I ain't trying to. I'm waiting for that. She deserves waiting. All right. Fire up. See if that fixed it. Hey, we might be onto something here. We might have solved it. That revved a lot smoother. Hang on a second. Hold up. Now the engine light's still on. We can clear that with the tool once we get this fixed. Let's back her up. Oh baby, we're in business. We're in business. All right, let's give this another send real quick. I think that might have done it. I think it was the coils. I'll start off slow. See if we get some jittering or if we get it. All right, let's go. No, we still get jittering. It's not as bad, but all right, let's see how bad it is in 4th. So first, yeah, not happy. 3rd, sparky check engine light, man. I thought we had it. All right, let's see how it sounds when we're in the low RPMs. Oh, you hear that? Go 5th. Give it some gas. Ready? Nothing. 6th. Well, it's not misfiring as bad. It's still mad though. All right, so it could be our spark plugs. Sounds okay. It's just for fun. See if we can clear anything out. So it works perfect, flawlessly even, in neutral. There's no issues. Sounds good. I mean, it's a happy car. So we've tried spark. Now we're going to try fuel. Because to make combustion, we need a couple things. We need air, which would not be the problem. I had to think for a second. We need spark, and we need fuel. So we just took care of spark, and we know spark is now working. Air comes in through the air box. In this case, our turbo, which I don't think the turbo is having problems. You can hear it go. It's kind of nice. I'll show you the next time we start it up. But fuel, if the fuel injectors have never been replaced, then this car is never going to work. To do that, I actually don't know how involved it is or isn't because I haven't done fuel injectors yet. But let's see if it's something we can do real quick. So that's the plug to lift it off. That is the fuel injector plug. This thing behind this wire mesh is our fuel injector. Let me get a light for y'all. Like we're close. I know we're close. Let's grab this. Exactly, yeah. All cars are, the easiest way to explain it, is just a bunch of parts held together by bolts. You remove the bolts, swap the parts, and put them back. The reason cars can be so freaking expensive is because some of the bolts are stupid hard to remove. Just a pain in the butt. So I'm not sure. This looks like it's the actual cylinder head here. These little bolts here might be responsible for removing the spark plugs. I mean, not the spark plugs, but the fuel injectors. Or they might not be. Whew, that's hot. Let's remove one and see what happens. It is behind that wiring harness rail, so we might have to remove that, which means we need to remove this. 1 bolt, 2 bolts, 1 bolt for this harness. Maybe that'll move it. Yep, that's hooked into that. And this isn't wanting to move a whole lot, but we did get enough wiggle room to get to that bolt, which is an 8mm, not 10. So let's see if we have an 8. Don't have an 8, but I do have an 8 here. Oh, nope, the 8 is not there. Okay, well, this is an 8. So we're going to use, that's a 9. That means this is a 10, and this is an 8. So we're going to use this with an adapter that makes us go from a 3/8 inch socket down to a tiny one, this little adapter piece here. So this will work with our tool. Bro, it's 3:30? Nah, you should sleep, man. You got classes tomorrow. Don't stay up for classes for this. We'll see what we can do, but I don't want you to lose sleep over this, because I'm going to do my best to get it fixed, because if I don't, then I'm in trouble for tomorrow. But yeah, don't lose sleep. Okay, so I just removed this mystery bolt that we have no idea what it's for. It looks like it's part of the valve. Oh no! Okay, never mind. That's not bad. We'll just grab that. I'm also on a race against nighttime here, because in New Hampshire in the winter it gets dark so fast. All right, so I think that's for the. It's for either the. Yeah. Okay, so unfortunately that's for the valve cover gasket and not the fuel injector. I got to replace the valve cover to replace the spark plug tube seals anyway, but I don't have the replacement part, the replacement gasket for that yet, so I'm going to put that back on. All right, I'm going to use my drill light fuel rail. Huh. I know it's on cylinder 2 and 4 per the OBD tool. Just not sure how I'm going to get to those. I know this works, so. Huh. Tricky situation. Not sure exactly what to do with the time that I have. Some days are reserved for strangers' cars. That's wild, man. That is wild. I think for now we're going to go ahead and put the... let me get this. I'm trying to get this thing back on this gun. Here we go. We'll put this back in because that is obviously not getting done today. It is, yes, it is performing better than it was, which is good. It might be drivable now, but we're still having a misfire on cylinder 2 and 4. It'd be kind of funny if this was 2 and 4 and I just replaced the wrong ones, you know? You know what? Two and 4. Let's try that. Let's try that. Because that's actually, maybe I looked at them backwards and replaced the wrong ones. So it's my last working theory. If this don't fix it, then it will be another day. But let's hope and pray it does. All right. Previous one's going back in. 1 and 2. By the way, for those of you just joining, those are different than the ones I just took out. Because if this is not 1, it makes sense to go from left to right, but maybe they don't do that. These are also pretty cheap coil packs, so it could be the fact that I just skimped out and bought cheap ones because I didn't want to spend, $70 a coil pack to fix this car. Let's give it a shot. We're going to start it up one more time after this and go from there. So all the way in, potentially number 2 or 4, potentially number 2. Let's plug them in, hook up the actual important parts. We cannot leave that undone. All right, so it's good. So I'll clip back together. Seated. Let's start her up and give it another rev. Gave my great time to it. One day I'm going to fly to New Hampshire and for a ride in that car. I mean, man, if you're down here and you want to come check them out, just let me know. All right, let's hope this fixes it. Well, we can rev it a little bit higher. I still don't think it's going to fix it, but good. Looks like we could also use a little bit more coolant. We're not out, but just a little bit low. Take it for one more drive and see if that fixed it. For those of you just joining, we not replaced, but to Redneck fix it, we cleaned out all of the spark plugs, cleaned them off, cleaned the coil packs, swapped the coil packs out. It feels like we're misfiring still. And hooned it. And now we're going to take one more big go at it, see if it's going to keep misfiring. Here we go. So if I just drive it normal first, I can feel it hesitating. Third. Fourth. Okay. Let's take a left. Let's give it some gas. Here we go. Nah, it's misfiring. Yeah, so it almost feels like our turbo is not it doesn't push us back like it should. And that's from cylinder 2 and 4 misfire. It's just not quite getting spark or fuel. I think it's a fuel issue now because we just did all the spark. Yeah, okay, so check this out. It's turbo. When we floor it, you'll hear it spool up. Ready? Spool, and then then our check engine light does its thing. Let's go into first. Let's try this again. Give some gas. Yeah, it's when the turbo kicks in, we get that terrible jitter. So it's got to be something to do with fuel then, because we're getting spark and we're getting air. It does feel like pre-detonation. Pre-detonation is when the car preemptively explodes the fuel to create combustion, which isn't good. So my question now is, with this misfire, do I drive this car an hour, or do I just not go to work tomorrow? Oh man, this is tough. I can't not go to work. All right, can one of you from chat help me out here? I believe the turbo is spooling up, so I'm gonna put you in front of the car and I'm gonna rev it a few times. Sarvesh, if you would, tell me if you can hear the turbo spool, because it's kind of hard to hear from inside the car. So if we're spooling, that eliminates one of the problems. So let me know what you hear. Did you hear the turbo spool at all from the front? If you heard it do the flutter, or a whistle, then that means it's not the turbo. I'm going to check one last thing, and I'm going to call it, because it's starting to get dark. And we have tried, and I see, yeah, you're getting impatient. Yeah, I would love to fix this. Again, it's a Redneck fix. It's not actually fixing the problem. So right. Anybody hear a turbo spool from that? That whistling sound you just mentioned? Okay, good. So we're getting spool from our turbo. We're getting air. Oh, my sister's home. I probably should move my car forward. Cool thing about a manual is we can just pull the handbrake and now we're sliding forward. I don't want her to run over my drill. Turn it. Yep. Turn it more. Turn it. Keep going. Come straight back. Straight back. Come on. Nope. Turn it. Come on. She's not confident enough for it. Let me help her. You want me to park it?
I can do it. I just need to pull forward.
Just follow. No, you're good.
But if I pull forward, I'll have to.
No, okay.
Let me do it.
All right. Let me give her a little bit more room. Slide forward a little bit farther. Now we're good. Should give her enough room. Rebecca, you're clear. Just come straight back. Straight back. Yep. Keep coming. Yeah, you're good. You're clear. No, come straight back. Keep coming. Sorry, there's a lot of cars here. Keep coming. You're clear. You're in your spot. Yep. All right. I cannot check fuel without ripping the motor apart. So I'm going to check air. I did not think it was air, but we're going to take one peek at it and we're going to call it a night because it's starting to get a little cold out here. It's like 30 degrees, a little bit warmer than 30. It's like 35. So we're going to finish up by removing the air box. This is where all of our air is fed into the turbo. Not all of our air, but this is just the intake. Feeds the turbo fresh air. It's where the turbo pulls in the cool, refreshing air for it to breathe. So let me grab my 8. Again, it's in one of my pockets. I think it's in one of my pockets. That's a 8mm. Yep. And we're going to remove the air box real quick with an adapter, which is in another one of my pockets. There we go. It wasn't much whistling. Yeah, it's not supposed to be a whole lot of noise. Just a little bit. I'm doing okay. I'm doing a YouTube live right now, trying to fix the dart. Yep. We're on live. I'm going to remove this one too. I will. Thanks, Rebecca. Did you just get back from work?
No,
chiropractor. Got it. What do you guys think of the chiropractor? Is it legit or not? Because I don't know. When I go, I feel like there's a benefit, but it might just be me. Ooh, what is this? Why is there oil in that? Huh. That's odd. Okay, this is your air filter. If a mechanic ever quotes you an air filter, just know how easy it is. I literally removed 2 screws, and there's my air filter. It's not too dirty. It's not clean, but it's not too dirty. This is like a $10 filter, by the way. So if a mechanic quotes you $50, $60, just go to Advanced Auto or Auto Parts or AutoZone and order this for $10. You can literally pick it up same day, and it's 2 bolts. It'll save you like $50. It's easy. So the filter's old, but I mean it's not too bad to not be the reason that we're not getting good firing on the motor. Whoa! That was our coolant that made that noise. That's not right. Huh. Maybe it is. I don't know. That's a bit odd. It's our reservoir. Our coolant reservoir should never hiss at you, I don't think. All right, let me read what y'all are saying. It's more like the video chat right now. No, yeah, it's just the 2 of us. There's only like a handful of people watching, not a whole lot of stuff going on besides that. So we're gonna put this back in. Should be pretty straightforward. It's just a tight space. So that's it. That's in. Put the screw back in. So yeah, it's that easy to change your air filter. Just 2 screws. Sometimes you don't even have to screw anything. It's just a clip. So it's extra easy. But never have a dealership do it when you can do it yourself. Because you can save quite a bit of money doing it yourself. All right. So turbo. Screw this back down. All right, it's all back together. That's creating good seal too. So yeah, man, it looks like it's gonna be another day to get this thing fixed. I'm gonna have to take some stuff apart, break down the engine a little bit more than I was originally anticipating. I guess I could check the oil because we're burning a little bit of it. Just make sure we're not like out of oil. Typically that'd be the first thing you check, but I just checked it a week ago and it was fine. And yeah, we're still good. Maybe a little bit lower than we were, but yeah. So in conclusion, our Redneck fix did make it better. The car is misfiring still, but it's not so bad that you can't drive it at all. Exactly. It's the friends we made along the way. So I am gonna call it a night. Those are the new ones, so I might keep those on hand. Give it one more drive. Let's go for a quick cruise. And then I'm going to call it for the night. See if it's drivable for tomorrow, because the whole point of me doing this without actually having the replacement parts was to see if we could get the car into a state in which we can drive it so I can actually go to work tomorrow. I would not recommend anyone buy a Fiat. This is a Dodge Dart, but it has a Fiat motor. Granted, it's a pretty decent Fiat motor, but yeah, we're already getting bad misfire. Normally it idles at 700, but whatever. Let's throw it in reverse. Yeah. The moment we spool up, you can even hear it. Alright. Let's take it for our last drive of the night. Just to see if it's drivable for work. Maybe if I don't give it but the absolute minimum amount of gas, we won't have any problems. It's an hour is kind of a long way to go, especially in a snowstorm. So let's go in a second. Just got to get on a main road real quick. It's driving okay. Like this might actually be okay. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Especially you, Sarvesh. It was nice to have some company along the way. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh. Yeah. Oh, now it's running smooth. Ooh, we just scraped. Oh, bop, 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 bop. Yeah, I don't know if you can hear it, but those jolts and jerks, that's the motor screaming at me to stop. Yeah, we'll do another live stream, maybe tomorrow during the snowstorm. I'll pull it into the garage and see if I can get this thing talking to me. See if I can order any parts overnight and get them fixed. Oh, we're at 2% battery. Send it. Well, I mean, it's got enough acceleration for us to get onto the highway with. Now the question is, can we drive it for an hour? So, hi car. By the way, New Hampshire is the only state in which it's legal to not wear a seatbelt. So you should always wear a seatbelt. As a matter of fact, let me put my seatbelt on. It's the only state where it's not illegal. It's not enforced. I mean, look, the car's not happy, but we are moving. It's working. And, oh, there's a misfire. It's not misfiring that much. Okay, there it goes. I spoke too soon. Like, if you baby it, it'll be okay. So I think, maybe. I think I'm gonna clear the check engine light, drive it home. And if the check engine light doesn't pop back on, that means we're not misfiring enough for it to say, hey, stop driving. If it doesn't tell us to stop driving, then screw it. We're gonna drive it to work through the terrible snowstorm. And if it breaks down, I'm just gonna make sure I have the tools in my car to put it back together to drive home. So let's swap that right here in this random person's driveway. All we're gonna do is we're gonna turn the car into on, but not start. Plug our OBD tool in, which I'm gonna do here. Typical sister behavior. Hey, Elizabeth, that is my sister. I'm not sure how you knew that. Read codes. Cylinder 2, cylinder 4. We have any pending codes? Turbocharger, supercharger underboost, cylinder 2 and cylinder 4. Underboost. Okay, let's take a picture of this. I'm going to erase them. It's going to turn green. Clear reset emission diagnostic failure. Turn ignition on with engine off. Okay. Escape, erase codes. Yes. Huh. Let's go all the way off. There's a 45-second delay. And there we go. I wasn't in the on position. Okay, all clear. We have a green. That check engine light should disappear once we turn the car on. Let's turn the car on. No more check engine light. See if it kicks back on while we drive home. And if it doesn't, I'm going to call it a day. Now, underboost, that's bizarre. It's only me talking. He told you. Wow. Bro is a detective. All right. So we have an underboosted supercharger, which is the turbo, but there's some misfires. Yeah, you know what? The car is actually running great until the turbocharger kicks in now. So this is drivable. I think I'm gonna make it to work tomorrow. This is great. I'm not sure why the turbocharger is not working. That's a little concerning. That's not the hardest fix. We could probably swap that in about 30 minutes to an hour. But the fact that we're not getting any check engine lights on after swapping all the spark plugs, or not spark plugs, but coil ignition packs, means that we should be in the clear to drive it an hour or so tomorrow. 2 hours, we should be okay. And I'll just do some research tonight. And, yo! Sarvesh, why you exposing me, bro? Dog, why you gotta expose me like that, man? What if she didn't know, huh? She knows, but what if she didn't know? You're just gonna expose me to my siblings and tell them that I have a girlfriend if I was trying to keep that secret? Come on, man. That's snitch activity. You're better than that. You're better than that. So, yeah. I'd say it's a success. Redneck fix, no, but Redneck holdover, yes. We fixed the car enough to drive it tomorrow to not have to skip work. This is such a weird. Oh, misfires. And it's not terrible. I want to see if I can get the check engine light to kick back on, boosting up this hill though. We're almost there. What's my dad's Instagram? Yo, chill. You can follow my Instagram if you want. It's Extra Hawkins. I post little things I'm doing on there. I got a new BMW I'm working on that has not hit YouTube yet. I got about a dozen videos, 2 car series that I have not had the time to edit. So if you want to go check out the Instagram, that is where it's at. All right, let's do this. Shift in first. I'm gonna send it up this hill to about 5,000. Shift into second. See if it check engine lights. Hey, no, we just don't have much power from the supercharger or a turbocharger. So, hey, that's a win. Supercharger issue, turbocharger issue, I could care less about right now because I did not buy this car to go fast. I bought this car to get to work. So we're going to call it a night and head in. My boss let me off work early to try to get this fixed, and it looks like we were successful. So I'm gonna call that a win. Let's get right here. Hi guys. Nah, no snitching, no snitching. My phone is we are at 3%, and now that I'm not hooked up to the car anymore, we're gonna die very fast. So thank you for those who tuned in, for tuning in. Yeah, Servesh, it was nice to meet you. Maybe I'll see you on Instagram. But that was a successful fix. Have a nice night, guys.